In another galaxy, another place in time, found a place of beauty so sublime. He can see the future from a place inside the past, if she goes along extremely fast. Light speed, she's everywhere. She's everywhere in time, she's everywhere in space. Light speed, she's everywhere. She's everywhere in time, she's everywhere in space. Mindy is a supersonic girl, celestial girl. Lives her life, she lives on every world. Way beyond the apogee we see with human eyes. She has seen a billion other skies. Light speed, she's everywhere. She's everywhere in time, she's everywhere in space. Light speed, she's everywhere. She's everywhere in time, she's everywhere in space. Oh, hi, thanks for joining me. That was a song that I wrote called Light Speed Mindy. Thanks for joining me. I hope you all subscribe to my YouTube channel. That was a song that I wrote, Light Speed Mindy. The next song I'd like to play is this is a song that I wrote called 1969. Gathered in the fields of morning, deep inside the cosmic mind of people living in inner space. All right, here's a song that I wrote called 1969. The cosmic mind that they find when they're in their inner space, when they look up to space. Dance with the girls in the fields, with the flowers in their hair. See them dance in the fields. frequency. Sending out my low vibration psychic gravity. Silver chain and Romeo Valley, yeah, are the only things a hippie goddess ever wears. Naked in fields back in time, back in 1969, where they feel so sublime, so sublime. Naked in fields back in time, back in 1969, where they feel so sublime, so sublime. Transcendental radio frequency, sending out my love vibration psychic gravity. Silver chain and Romeo Valley, yeah, are the only things a hippie goddess ever wears. Naked in fields back in time, back in 1969, where they feel so sublime, so sublime. Naked in fields back in time, back in 1969, where they feel so sublime, so sublime. All right, thanks for joining me, everybody. I got somebody named Shahana, Medium High, and Shanette Francis, and Rob Mueller. Thanks for the comments I'm seeing there on the screen. I hope you all subscribe to my YouTube channel. That was a song that I wrote called 1969. Now I'd like to do a song that I wrote called 1959. Okay. 1959. Hope you subscribed to my YouTube channel. That was 1969. Here's a song I wrote called 1959. There was a place they used to go for rock and roll. That rock and roll. Oh, the soda shop, that is the place they used to go for rock and roll. Preppies and greasers and cigarette t-shirts and hot rods and beautiful cars. Poodle skirt mamas in love with the drama, in love with the brightest of stars. 1959, where I'm going back in time, back then. 1959, when she was mine. 1959, that's where I'm going back in time, back there. 1959, when she was mine. There was a dance that wasn't faded for romance, not for romance. Oh, I saw the lovers all covered in blood, covered in blood. All the young lovers were stabbing each other, were stabbing each other with knives. Preppies and greasers were fighting with switchblades when some had to run for their lives. Oh, 1959, that's where I'm going back in time. Back there to 1959 when she was mine. 1959, that's where I'm going back in time. Back there to 1959 when she was mine. right, thanks for joining me. Thanks for the compliments I'm seeing there. There was a song that I wrote called 1959. I hope you all subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for the comments I'm seeing there. And somebody asked where I'm from. Oh, thanks for the like. Thanks for the hi. Hi, Nicole, and hi, Telly Mina. Thanks for the likes and thanks for the thumbs up. Then we have a song that I wrote called 1959. I think somebody asked where I'm from, the Chicago area, Chicago, Illinois. Okay, so anyways, now we're going to move on to a song I wrote called, let's see, which should I do next? Song I wrote called, here's a song that I wrote called Midnight Caravan. In my midnight caravan, take you places that I can, take you out of space and time, take you places so sublime, rolling down those empty streets, far from all the city heat, right before the end of time, I can make you feel sublime, so sublime. So sublime, so sublime. Now you're mine, now you're mine, now you're mine. Welcome to my masquerade. Here the darkness never fades. Gardens of gardenia, this is our utopia. That which seems illusory is as real as it can be. Nothing is or isn't real on my magic movie reel. So sublime, so sublime, so sublime. Okay, so thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for joining me. There was a song called Midnight Caravan. Hope you have subscribed to my YouTube channel. Now, the next song I would like to write is called New York City Girl. In a black limousine, in a cinema scene, go downtown, gonna go downtown, in a black limousine. I've got plenty of drugs, come on baby, give me a hug. Go downtown, in a black limousine. New York City girl, she's looking pretty. New York City girl, drive downtown to a movie scene, in a black limousine. New York City girl, she's looking pretty. New York City girl, drive downtown to a movie scene, in a black limousine. Champagne, beautiful host, now we're ready to toast. Go downtown, gonna go downtown, in a black limousine. Fishnet and gloves, everything that she loves. Go downtown, gonna go downtown, in a black limousine. New York City girl, she's looking pretty. She's a New York City girl. movie scene in a black limousine. New York City girl, she's looking pretty, she's a New York City girl. Drive downtown to the movie scene in a black limousine. Broadway gave her a roll, but she didn't feel it. Broadway gave her a roll, but she didn't feel it deep in her soul. Took a trip to the west, a trip to Hollywood where she could work with the best. Now she's back to New York to make a movie while the world is trying to sleep. Now she's back to New York to make a movie and it's really making me weak. New York City girl, she's looking pretty, she's a New York City girl. Drive downtown to a movie scene in a black limousine. New York City girl, she's looking pretty, she's a New York City girl. Drive downtown to a movie scene in a black limousine. All right, thanks for joining me. Thanks for the comments there. Somebody said I like this song. Thanks for the comment. And then somebody named Bunny Rosa. Hi. Somebody says hi, Bunny Rosa. And then thanks for the comments, and I hope you subscribe to the YouTube channel. That song is called New York City Girl. There's a version of it also that's in my video section. If you look up the videos, you'll see like both an electric guitar version of it and an acoustic version of it. New York City Girl. Okay. My phone is running. I'm actually I'm low on battery, so I'm gonna have to switch to the other side of the room to plug into the charger. So it's just gonna take me a minute. I'm gonna hook up to the phone charger here because I'm low on batteries. Hook everything up and then continue the concert from here. This side here. Thanks for joining me. It's going to be just a minute. I'm going to continue live performance. Pirates boarding a ship, taking a trip, searching for gold. Pirates of old, pirates are back for the attack. In her sweet melody, she can be free, free as a bird, away from the herd. She can be heard without a word. Then there came a storm. They were forewarned. Then came the storm, then came the storm. Nobody survived. All of them died. No one survived, then came the storm. Now a ship full of ghosts, set for the coast, is sailing away. Beyond the bay, I hear them play, coming this way. 10 barrels of blood, blood that they bled, blood that they shed, blood that they bled, blood that they shed, blood that they bled. And then came the storm. They were forewarned. Then came the storm, then came the storm. Nobody survived. All of them died. No one survived, then came the storm. Fine women and song, got them along where they belong. Got them along, long where they belong. Got them along. If they have to fight, they're going to fight into the night. They're gonna fight into the night. They're gonna fight. Then they came the storm. They were forewarned. Then came the storm, then came the storm. Nobody survived. All of them died. No one survived, then came the storm. Ghost, back in the flesh, back in the ghost, back in the flesh, back in the ghost, back in the flesh, back in the ghost. Such a terrible sound, lost and then found, that's where they're bound. Lost and then found, that's where they're bound, lost and then found. And then came the storm. They were forewarned. Then came the storm, then came the storm. Nobody survived. All of them died. No survive any storm. There's a ghost and kiss in the graveyard mist. I'm looking for a kiss. How can you resist? Resist a ghost and kiss in the graveyard mist. The ghost of sexy Mabel, see her in the graveyard mist. Now she's just a fable, but she's looking for a kiss. The ghost of Betty Grable in the underworld of Babel. In darkness she is able, in the graveyard mist. How could you resist? Resist the ghost of kiss. In the graveyard mist, I'm looking for a kiss. How could you resist? Resist the ghost of kiss. In the graveyard mist. Listen to the disembodied souls, what the future holds. The many sounds of silence to be heard. Speak without a word. Fell in love in my whole life. In the graveyard mist, a ghost could be my wife. In the afterlife, she could be my wife. In the graveyard mist, I'm looking for a kiss. How could you resist? Resist a ghost a kiss. In the graveyard mist, I'm looking for a kiss. Human and divine, our souls forever shine. How could you resist? Resist a ghost a kiss. In the graveyard mist, I'm looking for a kiss. Human and divine, our souls forever shine. How could you resist? Resist a ghostly kiss. Somebody wants to hear Wicked Game by Chris Isaac? I'll look it up on my computer, see if I can find it. Alright, I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel. That was a song that I wrote called The Ghostly Kiss. Now, somebody has requested a Wicked Game. I'll look it up. Wicked Game, Chris Isaac. All right, thanks for joining me. I hope you help subscribe to my YouTube channel. Here's a Wicked Game by Chris Isaac. World was on fire, no one can save me but you. Strange what desire will make foolish people do. I've never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. I've never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love with you. What a wicked game to play to make me feel this way. What a wicked thing to do to let me dream of you. What a wicked thing to say. You never felt this way. What a wicked thing to do to make me dream of you. And I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love with you. World was on fire, no one can save me but you. Strange what desire make foolish people do. I've never dreamed that I'd love somebody like you. And I've never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love with you. With you. No, nobody loves no one. All right, somebody. That was a good choice for. I'm glad somebody picked that cover because I always liked that song too myself, and that was the first time I ever played it. Somebody from Turkey, the country of Turkey, requested that. And thanks for the comment I'm seeing there. Yeah, so that was a fun song to play. Let's see, what am I going to play next? Let's see. Just give me a second. I'm looking for. There's a certain song that I'm looking for in my notebook here. Song, the original song. I'm looking, trying to find. Here it is. Here's a song that I wrote called "My Bloody Valentine." I look into the future, look into the deep abyss. I look into her eyes and then I'm looking for a kiss. She stood in the fire, but she never felt the burn. She stood in the fire, into fire she'll return. Be my bloody Valentine, my bloody Valentine. 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 Susie lighting the stage, letting out her primal rage. Punk rock Susie, blue and green, beautiful and so unseen. When she was only a child, when she was left all alone, when she was only a child, when she had no way home. And then along came a band, and then she cried inside. And then along came a band, and then they started a band. Punk rock Susie lighting the stage, letting out her primal rage. Punk rock Susie, purple and green, beautiful and so obscene. Born under a sign, oh but the sign was bad. You know the shirt on her back was really all she had. She had it, and then she got in a drunk. She started dealing with hanging with thugs, and then she had to find a way out. She had to find a way out. Punk rock Susie lighting the stage, letting out her primal rage. Punk rock Susie, purple and green, beautiful and so obscene. Punk rock Susie lighting the stage, letting out her primal rage. Punk rock Susie, purple and green, beautiful and so obscene. Okay, that was a song that I wrote called Punk Rock Susie. Let me get my other notebook out. I get a few more songs in there I want to play. Thanks for joining me. The next song I would like to, I hope you all subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for the comments and things on the screen. The next song I'd like to play is called Punk Rock Power. It was the music that I loved when I was 16. It was the music that I loved playing loud between. Now I'm driving all around in my mean machine. It's the music that I love, it means so much to me. Punk rock power gonna save my soul. Punk rock power gonna save her soul. Kiss her late at night at the punk rock show. Then we'll find another punky place to go. See her in the spotlight on the music stage. See her in the spotlight letting out her rage. I can feel the power of her rhythm and rhyme. I can feel the power, feel it every time. Punk rock power gonna save my soul. Punk rock power gonna save her soul. Kiss her late at night at the punk rock show. Then we'll find another punky place to go. Nothing comes between us when we're having fun. Nothing comes between us now we're on the run. To another city where they listen to our sound. Offers never down there in another town. Punk rock power gonna save my soul. Punk rock power gonna save her soul. Kiss her late at night at the punk rock show. Then we'll find another punky place to go. Dressed in green and purple, now she's leather clad. On a motorcycle, yeah, she's looking bad. Looking rather beautiful in moonlight face. Looking rather beautiful in pretty face. Punk rock power gonna save my soul. Punk rock power gonna save her soul. Kiss her late at night at the punk rock show. Then we'll find another punky place to go. All right. On the day he said goodbye to his Mississippi wife, that's the day I realized that one day she'd be my wife. Made love to the kid. I made her fall in love with me, I didn't need her now. I made her fall in love with me, it's such a lovely life. We took all of his money and we drove off in his car. We drove off in his car straight to the local whiskey bar. We kissed beneath the stars, we watched the fireworks explode. We drive around our stolen car on sweet Kentucky road. We're criminal, subliminal, we're wanted in for space. Our getaway car gets as far and has no license plates. We gaze upon the beauty of the dreamer and the dream. We gaze upon the beauty of the schemer and the scheme. Middle of the night, it's the visionary sight. It's the bandits and the gold on the sweet Kentucky road. Visions of a better life are visions of a love. Our love is a kind of love that came from up above. On the sweet Kentucky road, on the sweet Kentucky road, on the sweet Kentucky road, on the sweet Kentucky road. All right. All right, that was a song that I wrote years ago called Sweet Kentucky Road. Just give me a second. I'm going to look a couple covers up here. Okay, I just got some kind of bullshit scam happening on my computer. I have to restart it up. Okay, so um, just give me a second.